Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and welcome to Winging It Wednesday. So, you know I told you I bought way too many of these things. Well, I've been trying to figure out something else that I could do with them. So I think I've come up with a little bit of a solution. I have a piece of paper here, and this is from one of our digitals, and I'm going to fold it. Let's see, I'll tell you about what I'm folding it. It's a little over 4 inches, and the only reason I'm doing that is because I want this to fit on there. So I'm folding it about 4 inches, and then if I can get to all of my stuff here, let me get that folded straight. Alright, then this side I'm just going to tear off. Don't need this part over here. Now I'm doing my paper double because this paper is just copy paper. So I wanted to make sure that it was doubled up. Then let's see, I'm not going to need, I'm going to cut a little bit of this off at the bottom too. I'll tell you about what size this is when I finish. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put it in my trimmer to cut that part off, because if I don't, I won't go straight. And we do need it pretty straight. Okay, get about that much off. Now I have, what did I say, 4 inches. I have about a 4 1/4 by 6 3/4 piece here. Now I'm just going to look and see if I fold this over. I don't want my little flower to be upside down, so I'm just going to see. Oh, I'm going to fold it that way. Now I'm going to glue this together. You could use just a single paper if it's double-sided and just use it that way, or just a single paper that's pretty thick. But like I said, this is copy paper. So I am going to glue in 2 pieces together. Make it a little bit stronger. And then I'm going to take my bone folder. Just press that down. And as you can see, I've got a little bit here that I didn't get exactly right. So I'm just going to trim that off. Nice and easy. Now we have this piece that is double-sided. Now we can choose to fold it any way that we want, but I think I want mine folded that way. And I'm going to go ahead at the top right here. It's got a little bit of white too, even though I am going to ink mine. Now I had a question, or I had a comment. It wasn't a question, it was a comment on my video yesterday that said, do you ever do anything without inking? Because some of us don't like to ink, so can you just do something without inking? Well, you don't have to ink. I always tell you, I ink because I like the look, but you do not have to ink. You can do the same thing that I do, just don't ink it. I mean, I'm not adding anything to when I ink it except a little bit of color. So you can always do your thing and not ink. But no, I do very little without inking because I like the inking look. Plus, when I cut something, if it's got a little bit of a white edge on it, if I ink, then it covers that up. And nobody ever knows the difference. Okay, I'm going to ink up here. And then I'm going to make sure that I've inked on the inside too, which I think I have. Okay, now I'm going to take this little piece here. And I got these off of Amazon. I can link them below. I'm just going to make sure I've got my opening, which the opening's at the top. And then I'm going to lay this down. And I'm just going to try, oops, I'll pull it back up. I'm going to try to get it centered best I can and as straight as I can. But I'm never perfect, so that'll work right there. Now, as you can see, I have a little clear pocket right there. that doesn't cover up my flowers. Doesn't cover up anything in the background, but yet I can use this as a pocket. Now I'm going to cut this, I don't know if I want to round it. What do I want to do? I think I do want to round it. So let's get our corner rounder. I think I'm going to round these corners off a little bit. You could cut them at an angle, you can round them, whatever you want to do. I just want to make it look a little bit more like a little envelope. That works right there. Oh, I like that. Now I'm just going to make sure that I press that down well. Now you can always put a little Velcro dot here to hold that down, or you can clip it at the top, different things. I don't know that I'll even put anything on it to hold it down. I may, when I put it in the journal, I'm going to round these little corners down here too. Alright, that's basically it. That's how quick and easy it is. Now I'll show you, we're just going to add, let's just say we wanted to add some little tickets in here. Those are not quite big enough. Let's add something that's a little bit bigger. I want them to show from the front when I close it up. These are big enough. So see, we can add some little tickets in there. Let me find them. They're all stuffed back there in the back. And you could layer them on top of each other. You could put more than one. I mean, lots of different things that you can do here. These are just some little pieces that I had. I don't want to put the same one in. So when I include this in my journal, then I'll already have these little pieces in there. There's a blue one. Let's do that one. Well, I already got that blue one. Okay, let's try adding this one. Let's put that on the end down there. I'm going to put this one in the middle, right there. So then when you close that up, you've got your little pieces in there. And of course you could put lots more pieces, not just those few like I put, but I was just letting you see what it looks like. Now we can do a little bit of decorating up here. Oh, that's a cute little piece. I think I'll put that little piece on there. You can still see through it. And it's just a little sticker. And do I want to put it all, or do I want to cut it? Yeah, I think I want to put it all. Okay, put that on there. Oh, I like that. And that's a piece of our washi. I could put that on there. No, I think I just want a little label right here. So let's grab our little labels out. I might just put a little green one on there. Nope, don't like that one with it. Oh, I like that one with it. It kind of goes with the brown that's in there. And I'm just going to ink it a little bit. And then we'll put some glue on it. Okay, and I think that's all that I'll do to that one. I mean, I don't think it needs anything else. I did this one right before I turned the camera on. And these are some little tea cards that I put in that one. And you see, this one's a little bit smaller, but it still works. And then you have that clear pocket there that you can put things in. And you could always put another little pocket up here and tuck some things in. Alright, I want to make another one. I am into these now. I want to make more and more and more. I am going to use Susan's paper here. Let's see. And I just hold this up to it so that I can see about how wide to fold. I don't measure it. I don't even want to measure. Never, if I don't have to. I used to have to do measuring a lot, and I hated it. So finally got to where I don't measure and I like it. If it's a little off, it's just a little off. That's me. I'm a little off anyway. Okay, I think that one's going to work good. Yep. And we need to take a little off at the top. And I take a little off at the top because if you don't, you're going to have a big flap. Now you could have a big flap if you want to and let it fold down like that. But you want to cover the top of this. You know, you want to cover the top of your little opening. So that's why I take a little off. But you could have a big old flap if you want it and just leave it all on there. Okay. Now let's see. Ooh, I think I am going to fold it this way. This be the inside. And I'm using my glue stick on this just because it's a little bit quicker than adding the regular glue. And these papers are not that thick. So that's why I'm using my glue stick. And I'm getting it everywhere. Getting it all over. But that's okay. It wipes right up off of this mat, so I don't worry about it. Okay. Let's see. Let's see about how far. I think I want to fold that one over about like that. I want to get my butterfly in there. Now, I have no clue if anybody out there's done this before. If they have, good. I don't know. I just thought about doing these, having a little pocket fold over last night when I was sitting there trying to figure out something else I could do with them. So that's just my idea for now. If it's somebody else's idea first, then that's good for them. But I haven't seen them done before anywhere. Okay, so I've got my corners around it. I'm going to go ahead and ink before I put anything on. And you could add so much to these. You could put lace on them. You could put all kinds of stuff. I mean, I'm just putting the minimum on them right now. When I put them in the journal, I'll probably add more. Right now, this is just the minimum of what I shall do. And if you don't want to glue them down, then you can always just clip them on with a little paper clip or something. But I have finally found something else I can do with these. I was about to think that they was just gonna sit and go to waste. Ooh, I didn't check to see if I had my little opening at the top, but I do. And so we have all of this room here. We can put something else there if we want to. Let's see. What do we have laying around here? I think I might just put that little piece of book page there. And then I'll add something on top of it. Just a piece that I had laying on my desk, so I'll go ahead and add it. And it has a little stamp piece right there that's black, so it goes with these black words that are there. Right, what shall we put on there? This will be a really good place to use one of those small flowers that I'm always trying to use up. See, we've got pink and blue, so I think it's going to be pink. That one's going to be too big. That one will work right there. See, do I want it on this end? I think I want it down here. And then we can put a label right there. Or something. It doesn't have to be a label. It can be anything. Well, I think I'll put that one on there. It's just a little advertisement label. Okay. Now, what shall we put in here? Let's see, I have some T cards in the back of this, I think. So we can add some of these little T cards in here. And you could go ahead and trim them. I'm not going to trim them right now just because I'm doing the video, but you can go ahead and trim all of these off before you put it in your journal. And these are just some little T cards that I think I had them at one time as a little freebie on my channel. Let's see, let's add a little stamp with that. There we go. So we've got some T cards and a stamp. That will work. And then I really don't think this needs anything. You've got a little buckle right here, and then you've got a butterfly, maybe a number. That's all I can think of that might work on there. And I think maybe a black one, but not a big black one. Okay, I'm going to trim this one down. We'll use it. And I'm going to put it right up there at the top. And that is all we need to do on that one. There's another one made. But now if you have a paper that's not very decorative, then you can always add a lot too. This is another sheet that I thought I would use. And this is from, I think, Terry's. I want to say Terry's Truth. I'll link it below. I can't remember. My mind just went blank. And these are just some odd pages that I had left over that I haven't used in a journal yet. So this is a good way that I can use them. Well, get some good use out of them. I'll trim the white off of this. Okay, let's see which side we want to fold over. Oh, I'm thinking that side right there, so we'll cut this off. And this is a pretty thick paper, so I'm going to glue it with my art glitter glue. Now, I didn't do so well tearing right there on that one corner, but it'll still work. See, I got that a little crooked. But guess what? That's why I ink. I cover up all of my mistakes like that. Alright, I'm going to fold that over about like that. Okay, I'm going to trim the end of this off because it's got a little crookedness going on there. Can't imagine me cutting anything crooked. There you go, that'll work. Now, since this is a thicker paper, I'm going to use my crocodile to, well, to cut it. I was going to use it to cut it, but I need to clean it out. That's what I need to do. Somebody said when I was cutting with this thing one day, somebody said, oh, now I know that I definitely don't want one of those because they don't cut good. Well, they do, number one, if you let your glue dry before you try to cut. And number two, if you keep them cleaned out. Two things that I didn't do right then. I didn't let my glue dry and I didn't have it cleaned out. So when you don't maintain your products, they don't work so well for you. And yes, I use two different corner rounders. It just depends on which one I pick up at the time. See, nobody ever knows that I cut that so crooked, or tore that so crooked. This one I'll probably put down. I'll probably clip it because I love all of that writing and everything on the back. This is going to be another that's not going to need much. Now make sure that you got your opening at the top. There we go. And that covers it. And I use my bone folder up here and really press that down, and normally that little flap goes down well. Alright, so what do we want to put on here? Okay, I think on this one, I'm just going to put this little piece of book page down right here. And then I'm going to put this flower down. And the reason I put the book page down is it just kind of helps the flowers stand out away from the background a little bit more. There we go. Then I'm going to trim this little piece off. Yeah, and let's put some T cards in here. And this one we'll put 3 little cards. Put this one in the front, like that. There we go. And I don't think I'm going to put anything here. I love that flower there. So there is that one. And like I said, again, you can also put a little piece of the Velcro down there and keep that closed, or you can use a little paper clip like that, or you can just clip it in your journal and clip it on the edges and it'll keep it closed. Any way that you want to do it is fine. It doesn't really matter. That is some, what do we call them? Envelopes with clear pouches, maybe. Alright guys, we'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Bye bye.